So like we're gonna just like introduce yourself, and we're gonna right away like just dive into the first question.
Hello, my name is Victor Hernandez. I'm Vic from Vic N The Narwhals. What got me into music was literally as a kid. I started off playing like violin and trumpet in like orchestra and band as like in fourth grade, and realized I didn't really have a bone for either of those instruments. But I still kept playing, and by the time I was like in sixth grade, I think. I my mom got me piano lessons at my church, and I started playing there, and I haven't looked back since. Let's see. A few of my personal. I would say a few of my personal musical inspirations are definitely Jan Tiersen. Growing up, I love that guy. He's the composer of the soundtrack of Amelie. And we had the opportunity with you, Chito, a long time ago to actually go see him the first time he came, and took a few pictures with him, and that was like I was so starstruck, you know. And let's see, I think Danny Elfman is another one for sure. Philip Glass, he's amazing. And it's just like your typical like Rachmaninoff, Mozart, Bach stuff is really awesome too. And yeah, I think I got like a little bit of mixture of everything from that end. But now I think it was definitely really fun and a challenge to turn that into rock and that cumbia style that we play, you know, that everyone really likes. I need to warm up, dude. How the Narwhal started? It's actually really cool. I was looking to start a band, and um, I went to a Growlers concert up in Boulder at the Fox, and and I saw Sergio there, and he was just like hanging out at the end, you know. And I was like, I bet this guy speaks Spanish, and I don't know why. Like something in me just tells me he's a musician, you know. And I just really love that music and that mix, you know. And I just went up to him and I was like, hey, what's up, man? And coincidentally, I thought I saw him at Oktoberfest, which was like the day before downtown, and I was like, were you at Oktoberfest yesterday? And he was like, yeah. I was like, were you wearing a door shirt? He said yeah, but then later he said no. I don't know if he like understood me or anything, but yeah. And I was like, hey man, you want to jam? Like I'm trying to start a band, this and that. He's like, yeah, sure, let's do it, you know. And then yeah, then we had our old drummer Manny, and then now we have Emma. And I met Mateo at his job like a long time ago, and we were just talking. He seemed really friendly, and he was actually the guy who was doing my intakes when I got a DUI. And he was the guy standing behind me when I was peeing in a cup. And I don't know, he was just like super nice, and I was like, hey man, I'm trying to start a band. He's like, oh, I used to play bass in band. I'm like, no way. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, let's do it. Like, you want to try out? He said, yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much history ever since. I love it, you know. I've had the opportunity to play out, you know, in just Texas and Kansas so far, and like see a little bit of the music scene out in Cali. And what we have is like super special. I don't know. I just every place I go to, I'm just like, it's not Denver, you know. We're really nice here, and everybody really like loves art, you know. Everyone's doing something, and it's really cool. I think that it's definitely growing, you know. It's definitely, we're making our name for ourselves, because like, you know, like way back in the day, we hardly had any like good bands roll through, let alone like, you know, like like a low key band that everyone loves that we'd go see, like Los Retro or something, or Cuco, you know. And now we do. Interview. And I think that like although we have really like a special scene in the way that like everybody's there for each other, and that like us, we fit really in this like little like pocket of two different genres. Like they put us in like Latin, categories, which is cool because I love Latin music. Like, I grew up listening to like Porter and Enjambre and like Tijuana, like No, like Mana, obviously, like little things like that. But then I have a lot of like grunge influences, or not grunge, but like garage rock that I love, like heavier stuff like Surf Curse and such. Um, but I like that we can play shows with like the Latin community, and like they come out to those shows, and then we play like we're opening up for the Buttertones, and like that crowd comes out, and it's like super cool how we can like really like play on both, and not just simply get stuck in like one mindset, which I don't know. I feel like our music is super diverse as it is, and sometimes I'm feeling something super great like rock or indie, but then Sergio will make something more cumbia, and then like Emma would make something a little more like romantic, and then we'll like eventually like make some songs like that and fuse everything, The thing, what I would tell everyone is that like for every like song you hear on the album, it was like at least another song that didn't make it on the album that we had previously and that we played, that we don't play anymore, And eventually it kind of morphed into this like sound that is like Vic N The Narwhals. And I don't know, like when we first started the band, I never ever thought that, we were gonna have like mosh pits and stuff, And then like the first time we ever had a mosh pit, and I was just like, wow, that's really cool, I can't believe like we're doing that, And and people really dug that. As of the scene, it has really changed for sure. It used to be like really really heavy on like DIY venues, and like especially because I used to book for Ursa Minor, and like part of the reason why it's not around anymore is because those shows got too big, And you went to a couple of those, and those were legendary. I used to love booking, and it was like really underground, and I would just bring community together. And I really think like Vic N The Narwhals before Ursa Minor and after Ursa Minor is like night and day, I think like word definitely got out that we just put on good shows, and like more importantly, I think people really consider us as to be like a party rock band, kind of, because like every time we play, it's just like it's literally like a great party, The music is there and everything, but like it's just the atmosphere. It's just like we're there to have fun, And like I don't know, I just feel like we don't take ourselves too serious on that aspect, and people really like that, I'm really humble. Every time when somebody says like good show or something, I'm just like, thank you, man. What's your name and stuff like that. I try to really connect with people. I'd rather just be like, oh, thank you. I know, duh. Like no, not at all. That was great. Everyone was super hyper, and I don't know. It was a great crowd for sure. I was like super nervous there at the end. I don't know, like my arms were really numb, and I was like, oh, I gotta shake it off. But yeah, it was good.
It's nice. And so, what are your thoughts now? What's next?
Main stage UMS next week. So check us out on Sunday. We can open it up at 1:20 p.m. So yeah, that's next. Oh yeah, this is a good pregame for that, you know.
Good deal. Good deal. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome, bud.
Okay, who's coming to crash the interview? Dashy boy. Big furry monster.
What's up, buddy? What's up, bud?
Ladies and gentlemen, just know that Vic of Vic and the Narwhals loves animals.
Yeah. What's up, bud? What up, bud? Where's the ball? Dash, where's the ball? Where's the ball, cabrón, eh?
Hey.